Now that you have an idea how to use Destiny, let's look at a typical book entry. I'm looking for a math book. It needs to be AR per my teacher's direction. My AR level is 3.0 to 6.0. And then I'm going to do a keyword search. At this point, 59 books have shown in our catalog that are in my AR level that have to do with math. Now, my teacher said I have to have a nonfiction. So let's look at how I can tell. Next, underneath each title, you will have to the left, a cover image. You will have the title, where you can select additional details. You will have an icon showing you that it is a book, and then you will have the call number, followed by the author's name, the year of publication, the reading level, which is not to be confused with AR level, the accelerated reader level, and how many points the book is worth, and the Lexile number. On the far right, it tells you I have 2 books, and of those 2 books, 2 are available. If you look at the next book entry below, I have 1 book, 0 is available in this library. Let's go back to the call number. That is the book's address in the library. This one says E, so that tells me that it's in our E or Everybody section. And I could go to that section and look alphabetically by the author's last name. So I would go to the E section and then locate the S section and look alphabetically for the first 3 letters of the author's last name. The second book in our selection has a book title, a graphic. Next, we have the call number. Always right to the right side of the book icon is the call number. In this case, it is a nonfiction book that I can tell because it has a Dewey Decimal Number, followed by the first 3 letters of the author's last name. That is a possibility for my book. This book would be found in the nonfiction section. But as I look to the right, I see it is checked out, so there's no point to go look. I could reserve this book and have a hold placed on it if I chose to. So I go to the next book. This looks like a good book. I check. Even though I've made the selection to make sure it's my AR level, it is 4.9 in the middle of my AR. I have the book icon. I have the title, The Math of Basketball. I like basketball. I can look at details. If I want some more details, I have a little summary of it. Click search results at the back to go back. There is one available of that one. The call number is a number, so it tells me it is a nonfiction, followed by the first 3 letters of the author's last name. So I'm just going to scroll down and see if anything else interests me. Math Fables looks interesting, and The Grapes of Wrath looks interesting. In this case, The Grapes of Wrath, I can look for details. A friend had it. I want to check it out. I locate the call number, 510 TAN. I'm going to write that down on a piece of paper. The 510 tells me that it is in the nonfiction section. There is one of 1 available. Mind Stretching Math Riddles is the series. It is a 3.3 AR, and my teacher says I have to stay in my AR level. So I think I will select this as one of my books. Now I'm going to search for a fiction book. Has to be an AR book. And I'm just going to put, I want something on dogs. Now my teacher wants me to have a chapter book, so I'm looking down for a chapter book. The way I can find out if something is a chapter book, it does not have numbers. That tells me it's nonfiction. It has, in the call number, next to the book icon, you will see the letters FIC for fiction. Students here at Johnson call those chapter books, and the first three letters of the author's last name. There are 2 books in the collection. One is available. I love the Magic Tree House books, so I'm going to make sure I can go to the shelf and find this book. So in our next video, we will be looking for 1 nonfiction math book and 1 fiction book, Dogs in the Dead of Night, from the Magic Tree House series. Make sure after you locate what you want that you write down the entire call number. That tells you where the book is located at in the library.